Unfortunately, I tried to do this before and forgot to hit record. So I was just talking to myself and not recording it. So let's hope I hit record this time and I'm talking at least to a camera. So we'll start with this yoga thing again. So there's 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga yoga, 8 limbs. Yama, your external morals, Niyama, internal morals, Asana, the positions, Pranayama, breath control, Pratyahara, withdrawing your mind from the external distractions, Dharana, concentration, focus, Dhyana, unbroken concentration, meditation, and Samadhi, bliss, enlightenment, we are all one. And so, the other day I started with the Yamas. We did Ahimsa, which is non-harming, non-violence. There's Satya, which is honesty, which is the one we'll do today, or in this video. Asteya, non-stealing. Brahmacharya, walk like God. Once again, don't take the God part too seriously. And Aparigraha, non-hoarding, non-attachment. So, Asteya, non-lying, but honesty or benevolent truthfulness. And I'd like to bring another part into this video, and if you want to play along, I want you to go ahead and write what honesty, benevolent truthfulness means to you, or how you show it in your life. Write an affirmation about Satya and this truthfulness. And you can hit pause. I'll be right here when you come back. I can just wait as long as you want. Take your time. So, Satya, honesty. Don't lie. Don't tell lies. Simple. Lying has lots of aspects and goes from one spectrum to the other. Like, you cheated on a loved one and didn't tell them, they found out. Or it even goes to someone starts talking to you about an artist, like Leonardo, and you're like, oh yeah, I know him, and then that person continues and has a conversation with you about that artist, and you're thinking in your head, oh man, I have no idea what's going on here, I don't know anything, I've heard the name, but damned if I know anything about this person. So there's those two extremes of lying. We'll start with the cheating on someone and not telling them. Well, obviously that's pretty simple and you probably shouldn't do that. And if you need to have sex with someone else, perhaps you should end that relationship you have with the other person before you go ahead and maybe hurt them by cheating on them. And talk to the person. Talk to the person about that problem. And maybe you'll figure something out. Maybe they're having a problem with the relationship too, and then you can both just be, oh, well, I guess we can end this relationship and end on a good note. And you're only hiding your thoughts and feelings from not just your partner, but anybody. It's also part of Satya, this hiding yourself from the world. I guess it could go into hiding in the shadows too and being sneaky, but we'll leave that out for now and just stick with the lying part. So it's like this, of course I already talked about this and now trying to figure it out again while the button is actually hitting record. Where did I go with this? Well, so cheating is bad, and you need to, part of Satya is expressing how you feel and not hiding yourself from people. And not even just lying. Like there's, I can bring up another saying. What is that saying? Oh, what doesn't know, it doesn't hurt them. Well, it maybe not hurt them until they find out, but it's probably going to hurt you holding this lie in from the others, from everybody. It's just not, you're not being cooperative with everyone else, you're not being honest with yourself. keeping things away from people only really harms you mostly. It limits your gaining knowledge, and it keeps everybody closed-minded. So we'll move on. Cheating's pretty easy. Like physical, really lying, telling lies, like, my hair is white. Well, obviously it's not. So there's really no true benefit of saying this. So we'll move on to the more subtle ones of maybe keeping what you don't know from people, or keeping what you do know from people. So back to the whole thing of having somebody ask you a question about, or want to talk to you about a famous artist, Leonardo or one of them, and you're saying, yeah, sure, I know about them, but really, maybe you know the name, but you know absolutely nothing about it. Well, this person might know a lot more, and you saying that you do know is going to move the conversation to a new point of, he thinks you have knowledge that you don't, and he'd probably be willing to share knowledge to you. So all you're doing is limiting what you can learn in the world by not giving out this honesty of, I don't know. I don't know who Leonardo is. You can tell me, we can still have the discussion, but as far as my knowledge is pretty limited, that person's going to most likely be very enjoyed to bring someone new into his world. But that brings up the whole bringing people into all these worlds of each one of us, and how many lives you can actually, how you can live your life, how many types of ways there are to live a life. If we all just spoke openly about what we do, how we live, imagine imagine all the different ways you would now see the world. You'd see all these ways people are going through life, and you'd be like, oh, I'd never even thought of that. Or it would just be as simple as things wouldn't shock people as much. Oh, what? You're gay? Whatever, there's tons of gay people, who cares? Or, what? You do that during sex? Ooh. But honestly, if everyone knew, the shock value of these things would be so limited that everyone would be open-minded. Hiding your feelings and hiding your thoughts and hiding what you do, it really keeps the world and yourself and the others around you closed-minded to what you are, what they can do, so on and so forth. I had another good point, but the whole recording thing has kind of bummed me out. Man, I'm just completely drawing blanks now. But that happens, at least I'm being honest about it. So maybe I'll end it there. Come up with something else later when I'm not as frustrated and befuddled from recording 8 minutes and then I'm not having it record. So Satya, honesty, benevolent truthfulness. So you want to be truthful to people and express yourself to people, but in a way that's not going to hurt them. Also, go back to Ahimsa of non-harming. So with your truthfulness, you need to be truthful, and you need to be truthful about yourself and to yourself. We'll go back to the relationship. If your relationship with someone else is not working, let them know. It is going to hurt them, most likely, unless they're having a problem with the relationship too. Then you two needed to talk earlier probably and just get out of this and be, well, whatever, move on. But express your truthfulness or express your feelings in a kind way, as kind as possible, because one reason it'll make the person maybe realize your side of the argument a little clearer if they're not being bombarded by harsh words of, you are doing it like this and I feel that it's wrong. But it's, for one thing, it's just a feeling you have. You don't really know if it's wrong. There are some things, of course, if you're killing the person's dog, that's probably wrong, and but whatever. You get what I'm saying. So that benevolent truthfulness, truthfulness in a kind way, and being truthful to yourself in a kind way also. Of maybe you realize that you're a person who ends up being late all the time. Don't put yourself down for that. Just be aware of it. Be honest that, oh, well, I'm usually late, but that's just me. I try to not be, but it's just going to end up late. Tell everyone. Well, I'm having all kinds of funny things happening. Now I just ran out of space on the recording device there. So that's why there was this abrupt cut, obviously. But, as I was saying, the person's always late. They gotta be truthful to themselves. Truthful to themselves that this is an aspect about them. They can try to improve it, but letting everybody know that I'm gonna be late probably. That's just how I am. And you being even aware of this part of you is going to make you think more about it and probably eventually work past it. Lateness is an easy thing, but we can go through all things if you're just honest about yourself, about yes, this is who I am, this is what I am, and if it's leaning towards a negative thing, at least you're telling yourself, and maybe the people around you, so that you can work on the negative aspects of yourself, or so-called negative aspects, I should say. So that's I don't know what else to say. This was a funny little video. I guess I wasn't very prepared, but that's alright. So Satya, honesty, benevolent truthfulness. Next time we'll go to Asteya. We'll do the same thing. Maybe get your pencils and paper ready. And we'll continue on this yoga. Thank you.